We're not borrowing that again, by the looks of it.
Cheers. So your first ever one.
Yeah.
Nice. Enjoy.
We are 6 minutes away from delivering £10,000 worth of check. Hello, buds. How we doing, right? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Oh, ghost chili pork scratchings. Oh, they sound nice though. They do sound nice. Doing Clay Liam, Rusty, the Phyllis, Mikey Boy, Ruth Becker. Ended up in hospital. Flipping hell, Liam. Meant to use gloves, didn't. I rubbed my eye, didn't I? Did you also go to the toilet like afterwards? Probably be like the scene out of Apocalypto if you did. Not too bad, my man. Not too bad. Bar having like, for some reason, a really achy eyeball, like the actual eyeball's aching. So it might be a trip to the good old Specsavers or something of similar, some form of opticians. Continues. I got some drops to trial out at the moment, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, just seen a 2-in-1 remastered. A free with Prime. What's that? Games? As in the reimagining of Tomb Raider. So the game. A month for a wheel, for a bike. That's mad. Got 5 on the phone, but couldn't do any more. Payday is Monday. As you know, Elliot, you're a previous winner, so it only takes a ticket to win. So good luck, good luck, good luck. Let's just say it felt even hotter coming out than it did going in. I bet it did. I bet it was like the 9 gates. The 9 gates. Oh my god, the Dante fought through to you know, try and regain his soul. Your soul left your body. That was an experience at the last barbecue. Mine is 14 years old. Sasha, good luck. Good luck. Well, chat. If you're new here and kind of wondering how it all works, I will do a brief breakdown of how it all works for you in a moment. These pre-lives are for me to have a little chinwag with you and let you know what is ending. I always introduce the team because we've got the Abatus page and stuff as well. Robert, you've been on the site for how long? I think you can answer that question yourself. Is Hades the one where it's it's almost like a Bloodborne / like Souls but side scroller, and like the more you die the more you learn? Kind of wrote the last set. Can we make it 3 PCs in 3 days? Then that would mean 3 times as many pitchforks, Sean. So Sean Burnby won a 5090 PC, so the first person to bag a 5090 PC on the £80,000 ultimate prize pool. Then on the Just Chillin' PC, Capcom walked away with an RTX 5070 gaming PC. Decided to go for the cash for that one. So he's had a nice little roll. There's our Sean. How we doing, Jeremy? You good? Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I quite liked it. If it's the one I'm thinking of, he's got like white hair, is it? Like white hair and like a greeny, like teal kind of coloured thing. Like his top, obviously I think you can change your look throughout, can't you? Like your armour and stuff. I do quite like some of the indie side-scroller stuff. Like I really, what was it? Hollow Knight I really enjoyed. I didn't complete it. I got quite far into it, but Hollow Knight was a good like Metroidvania style game. Or Metroidvania. Shadow Complex back on the Xbox 360. That was incredible. I completed that. Even the things like Limbo, when Little Nightmares first came out. There's a Little Nightmares 3 on the way soon, so that looks pretty decent. Hi, Sean. It's me, your long lost relative. I'm still getting that third PC, yeah? But yeah, there's some really cool like side-scroller indie games out there. And what's the Mexican Masks? I want to say it was called Guacamelee instead of obviously Guacamole. It was Guacamelee, and that was good fun. Metroidvania style game as well. There's a couple of good side-scrollers out there, to be fair. I think one of my favorites, and I didn't get around to complete. I think it's just the ADHD brain. Certain games, if something else comes out, I'm like, ooh, piece of candy. Or I'm like is this Simon? Is this Simon from Up? The kid who's like, ooh, gets distracted. And the dog. Squirrel. Was Fez. If anyone played Fez. Caps Lock King is in chat. How are we doing, Ryan? But Fez I really enjoyed as well. Probably one of the most original games that I've played in a long time, in the sense that it's 2D and 3D at the same time. And if you've played it, you'll get what I mean. But I think that was on Steam, so I might actually get that back and whip the pad out, because it's decent. Heard good things about Death Stranding 2. I did try with Death Stranding 1, but you've got to sink so many hours into it I find, to get to a certain place where you can have a good experience and create your shortcuts with the community to get to places. And the story itself seemed, well, it's Hideo Kojima at the end of the day, so like some of his stories, although quite bizarre, are also really interesting. So yeah, looks quite decent. Unravel was really good. I enjoyed that. I don't think I've played the second one. I did complete the first one. What was the other side scroller? Something Wisp? Ori and something? That was good. Completed that. I don't know. See, Witcher 3, so me and Ray were actually talking about this last night. Ray's recently rewatched the playthrough actually of Witcher 3, so he can get a feel for it in case he decides to play Witcher 4. Our problem is when you play a game like that is, even though I've played it before, I cannot pass a chest or not speak to someone or go off the beaten path to find something like armor sets or weapons, and you just lose hours going off the beaten path to find, certain items. A game I want to give myself a chance with and sit down and try and replay, because it suffered hugely at launch. And apparently the new update again, are we doing Lacer? The new update again has been praised heavily, is Cyberpunk 2077. I think a lot of the stuff has been repaired on there. A lot of the bugs have been fixed. So, yeah, it's like... But I was sort of stung heavily by it. Still not finished that game. It's meant to be, like the updates and stuff now, it's meant to be an entirely different game. And then obviously you've got Phantom Liberty to play as well. So maybe I'll give that a chance and try and go through that again. But I think I've spoken about this before on lives or pre-lives, is that the issue with sort of games like that is, I think, yeah, it's just time. Like, there's so much time that you've got to like break through and play on there. It's like, yeah. But again, I've heard things. Cyberpunk done 3 different endings. It was amazing. Peak. What's Peak about, Lisa? You're like the queen of indie games. I have heard, I've seen that. That's one of the reasons I'm tempted to play it. But again, I like to do the side stuff and things, and especially in a game like that, you kind of need to do the side stuff to level up your character and what have you. I know you can find some of the off-beaten track weapons early on in the game. Oh, is that one where you'll eventually fall? You can fall like all the way down after getting like all the way to the top. And there's a new one that's been released for PlayStation. Well, it's on its way out, isn't it, for PlayStation 5? Is the walking sim, literally a walking sim, and I think each trigger controls a leg, and then your movement is controlled simultaneously by the sticks. So I just there's a lot of games out there. It's just sometimes, like I say, I get lost in those, like RPGs especially. I think one that I would set time aside for is Witcher 4, like, for obvious reasons. Huge fan of Witcher. I would try and waste time essentially on playing that, but then also you're getting the experience out of it. GTA 6, and when Fable comes out, because Fable, it was like a childhood, I say childhood, like adolescence game of mine. So it's like, yeah. Oh. Throw your mates off the top of a mountain, I'll be disappointed. You're a wee kid in your scout outfit whose plane has crashed, so you climb up the mountain until you die or get to the peak. Dawn of the Bloodwalker, yes, we were on about that as well. It's some of the same I don't think it's CD Projekt Red, is it? But it's some of the same developers from that team that created Witcher 3. That also looks really interesting as well. I like the two different play styles of that, where you get your daytime and powers that are still available to you in the day. But also, I do appreciate that you get the nighttime gameplay, and then obviously certain powers come to life in the evening. I never got to play KOTOR. Ray raved about KOTOR. And apparently, that was a couple of years ago now. I know they were doing a reimagining of / remaster version of, so I would play it. But one game I did get to play was Jade Empire, which I thought was incredible. If they remastered that, I think I would. Yeah, Ray's piping up. KOTOR is the effing best. Never got a chance to play it, but Ray got me onto Jade Empire, which was a similar kind of style. Ray was saying, like the conversations, the multiple pathways, and everything else. So if they do a remaster of that, I think I would definitely jump on board with that. Thank you. Scan complete. No threats detected. But I never got a chance to play that. So if they do a remaster, I'd invest some time in that, I think, because I do like that style of game. But again, me and Ray were chatting last night, and he was trying to play Mass Effect recently, and he was like, "You spend 2 hours talking to people in the Citadel. You're not." And Ray's very much like me, likes those conversations, likes to find extra loot when realistically you can just kind of beeline for the story. But it's so hard to do that because you're like, ooh. And if you've played it before, you know if you do certain things, you get certain credits or you get certain weapons, and it's like, yeah, well, I want that weapon to fight this person, or I want that weapon to do this, or and do you know what the killer is for that? Is the Mako flipping exploring every single planet that you could land on. It's like, yeah, it's GTA 6 I'm looking forward to. I love GTA 5. GTA 4 had some good things. I still enjoy GTA 4, but I think I prefer GTA 5. Shoot me now. I know to some people like GTA 4 was good, but it just felt a bit bland compared to GTA 5. Yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to GTA 6. Fable. If they did another Red Dead, I'd be all over that. Love them. So you can tell when it is. You're distracting me with gaming talk now, chat, and I've not even gone through the introductions. Comps close in under an hour, so I'll go through the process of letting you know who we are as a team. So you've got myself and Ray, we're the company directors. We launched this company, so Comp City was launched back in 2020, so well established within this industry, in this niche. We got Gavin, our media manager and all-round legend. We have Mum, aka Candy, as our customer services manager. And then we've got Chris, our linguini/operations manager. Between the two on the end, they're primarily the ones that will deal with your instant wins, be it the physical prizes being sent out to you by Chris. He also deals with the live draw post emails, letting you know about your win as well as getting them out to you. And then Mum, aka Candy, primarily deals with a lot of the cash payments and getting those sent out to you between the working hours of 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And then sometimes me and Ray step in, obviously, to cover annual leave or appointments and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're a small family and friends run team. If you're new to the site and kind of wondering what we're about, so we're a competition website. We're based in Newport, South Wales. And basically, as long as you're over the age of 18, part of the UK or Northern Ireland, you can enter our competitions. Every single... Now, I need to make this clear after today's little comment we had on an advert. Every single prize we do on the website has a guaranteed draw. So every prize is guaranteed in the sense that there will never be an extension. There's no rollover at all. Every prize has a guaranteed draw. We, and some of you who've been here for a while have probably heard me say something along these lines, is that we can't guarantee that any particular individual will win. We can only guarantee the draw. So the actual live draws that we do on a Monday and a Thursday. Shut up, Rusty. So every single prize is guaranteed. And we guarantee a winner for the said prizes, but we can't guarantee that you will win every time, if that makes sense. So I just want to make that clear. If you've seen some of the comments that's now been drawn. Oh yeah, I was going to go into that as well, Ray. Thank you for reminding me anyway. But yeah, there's always a guaranteed draw on the website. If there's ever a point that we're not doing a draw, we will let you know in advance, which is what I'm about to do now, and Ray's put it in chat. Myself and Ray are away for a few days from Thursday, so we've got an early flight Thursday. We're taking a break. You can give yourself a slap. Sorry, that was good. So yeah, myself and Ray are taking a little break away, very much needed. So we're having a little break from Thursday to the weekend, basically. So there'll be no draw Thursday, but obviously it'll be business as usual from Monday and Thursday the week after. So from basically no draw on the 3rd, there'll be a draw obviously on the 30th, no draw on the 3rd, and we'll be live again on the 7th. So yeah, there'll be people will be clicking, why is there no draw? But we will put that on our socials, Discord, etc. as well. So we always let you know in advance. If this only ever happens if me and Ray go away together. Now, if anyone has been part of Com City for any time, you know that myself and Ray have been best mates for 25 plus years now. So we sort of became good friends at 11, and we're 36 this year. So yeah, 25 plus years now of friendship. So when me and Ray go away together, as I say, either one of us hosts the draw, or normally myself, this latter side of the business, because Ray's focusing more on advertising and stuff. So when we go away together, as I say, that we sometimes have to sacrifice a draw. But that just means then that you'll obviously get your potentially a slightly bigger draw on the following Monday or Thursday. So yeah, there'll always be guaranteed draw, but if we ever, as I say, decide to go away, then we'll let you know in advance. But yeah, just to be clear, guaranteed draws, and we guarantee a winner, not a particular winner or anyone in particular. We guarantee a winner for each draw, and it is all decided by RNG, which stands for Random Number Generator, which I'll show you a demo of on the live draw itself. But yeah, guaranteed draws. Not guaranteed a win just by entering, but we will guarantee the draw. Clear? Did I say that clear enough? I just thought I'd get that out there. If you're unsure in terms of how things run around here, or if there are general questions that you might not want to ask in these pre-lives or live draws, there is an FAQ live on the website that answers literally that. What does FAQ stand for? Frequently asked questions. So it's quite comprehensive and covers a lot of those FAQs. And someone's knocking the door, but I'm live, and Carter's going to go mental. Carter! Let me just check the ring door camera. Who is it? Oh, he's going to have to... What is that? What's the day today? Tuesday. Thursday. Not sure what it is. 2 seconds. You're going to put it in? Yeah, he's going to put it in. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, Carter! Sorry, 2 seconds, Jack, because he's going to damage my door. So I could hear Carter jumping up on the front door, and although he's a little Frenchy, he can jump enough to grab the handle. So there's a couple of little teeth marks in there, if you can imagine, and I could hear him jumping on the door. So I was like, "Get off the door!" Anyway, so yeah, FAQs there for you for anyone that might have certain questions that you don't want to ask in chat. It wasn't one Amazon; it was actually Every, and they delivered to the door. Didn't drop kick it over the fence. I think it's some of my basically bike stuff, like bike cleaning stuff and chain cleaner and stuff like that. So yeah, just not opened it. If they win a ticket. Why would we do everything ×2, Sean? When we're away for 4 days, that would be a ridiculous business decision. We're away for more than 2 days, good sir. So, how do we pick our winners? So I'll do a brief breakdown of that. So entry lists are always pre-published on the website. So when comps come to an end or sell out sooner than the time. So comps close at 6 p.m. Normally we go live at 7. The reason comps close at 6 and we go live at 7, it gives us a chance to get the entry list on the website for you. So they're always pre-published. You can open these up at home then when we go live. This is obviously from the previous one. So shout out to Petra if she's watching. She's the one who bagged the £10,000 tax-free cash on the last draw. But an entry list will show you what we're drawing for, the total amount of tickets that should have sold, and the cost. This was the basic cost because it ended up being 40p an entry, but that was the initial price to enter. Now, because draws are guaranteed, if a competition doesn't sell out, you will see missing ticket numbers in the entry list. Like, for example, it starts at 6, 7, jumps to 13. You can see these numbers sort of jump in between. Because the draws are guaranteed, but we still use the same number range. So for RNG, so random number generator that we use via Google, again, I'll show you this on the live draw. In this instance, we put between 1 and 40,000, hit generate, whoever that lands on would be the winner. If we land on an unsold number, I simply come back to RNG screen, line the mouse up with generate. This one of the reasons we invest in wireless mice. Line it up with generate, hit generate again, and I'll keep doing that until we find our winners. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how we pick our winners. How do you enter said competitions? Or if you want to play here at Comp City Giveaways, this is how you can. In 3, 2, 1.
Hello there. So you would like to enter a Comp City competition. So firstly, head on over to compcitygiveaways.co.uk, find a competition that you would like to enter the amount of tickets, and when you're done shopping, head on over to your basket in the top right corner. Punch in your details, such as name, address, and email. Upon paying, you will be greeted by a thank you for order page with your assigned tickets. It's that easy.
And it's at this point that you will find out if you've won an instant win. Good luck.
And Callum, this is an LG C1, so it's the older model of C1. It was, in fact, if anyone's been here for some time, this was the one when me and Ray used to do the live draws in front of this very TV, actually, back in the day. But obviously we found a much more better way to be interactive with you. It was almost like a proper live show. But yeah, this is just something on YouTube. So basically I just put something cool behind me. This is actually called Mind Blowing TV screensaver 4K viral abstract liquid art algorithm. Apparently. And I just put it on in the background. But yeah, an LG C1 OLED. The beautiful TV. Any of the LG C series, mind incredible panels. I've got two today. And I've got the I think it's the C3 downstairs, if I remember rightly. And again, panel's not failed me at all. Really, really good panel. Good for films, good for gaming as well, because the C series are 120 hertz. So if you've got a decent HDMI cable for your PlayStation or Xbox, you'll get a decent FPS. So that's basically it. That's how you can play. That's who we are. Let's see what is ending today. So I've not even got to that stage yet, but everything under Quest ending is closing tonight at 6 p.m. So you've got a little over 45 minutes to get yourselves involved. That includes the 5080 PC. Are there any? Is Sean bagged anymore? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 PCs left remaining on this competition. So this goes to show how instant wins can sometimes, sting when it comes to Comp City giveaways. This competition is not even 50% sold, and there are only 3 out of the 10 instant win PCs left. So instant wins, you never know when they're going to drop here at Comp City giveaways. Sometimes the competition's kind and you see them sort of hold on for dear life. Sometimes they all get given out towards the beginning like they have on this one. But again, the main prize. So if you look at this yellow bar, the main prize is an RTX 5080 gaming PC. It's under 50% sold currently. It's 25p to enter. And as I say, we'll just say the lower the yellow bar, the higher your chances are at the main prize. The longer, should we say, the yellow bar is, and as any instant wins remaining, the higher chances are at bagging the instant wins that remain. So as I say, 25 pence an entry, but that's been dropping PCs left, right and center, and it's not even 50% sold. So at the moment, that's currently running at a loss. But you know what? Who cares? Every single prize we do on the website is guaranteed. I'm just thinking about that comment today. Oh my god, I'm misled. Guaranteed every ticket was a win. No, every ticket gives you a guaranteed draw. So we also have massively undersold is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, the 512 gig version. It's £1 to enter, and if you don't want the phone, it's a £1,200 cash alternative. So you could see it as potentially turning £1 into £1,200 cash. Lego doing quite good actually. The Lego Too Fast Too Furious Nissan Skyline 20p an entry. We've got the MetaQuest 3. Now the main prize is a MetaQuest 3 512 gig version with the Elite strap and battery, but this comp's actually being quite kind to us. There is still 7 chances at finding and winning a MetaQuest 3S 128 gig or £225 cash. So as I say, get your entries in for that, and they could drop at any moment as well. But the odds for the main prize are incredible. For those of you that might want to get yourself sort of fit and healthier for the summer, or maybe you want an easier way to commute to work if you're quite close to your work, you've got the 2025 Carrera Subway 1 there, the hybrid bike, 50 pence an entry, under that sort of 40% sold mark there. So really, really good odds for that bike. We've then got the Monaco Rattan Garden Furniture 6-piece, 75 pence an entry. Again, hugely undersold, 75 pence an entry, or if you don't want the furniture, there's a £285 cash alternative. We've then got the disc plates that always do quite well. So that's 25 pence an entry, closing tonight at 6 p.m. And then a lot of you are asking for the cricket sort of stuff. So I know there was an issue with stock for a little while, but I've seen that stock levels are much better now. So we've got the Cricket Essentials bundle, so the Explore 4, 35 pence an entry, and really, really good odds. So everything that I've just gone through here is ending at 6 p.m. as well. So you have a stupid amount of prizes worth under entry cost for guaranteed wins. I'm not a fan of people. Not a fan of people. Also as well, just to highlight, the first instant win Switch 2 has been found today by Heidi. So as I say, congratulations to you. I know initially when I was leaving the office it hadn't been claimed yet, but it's noted down. So the first Switch 2 has been found. And again, if you look at this comp, Here, it's not even got to, what, 35% sold, and it's already dropped a switch. So get yourselves involved. 25 pence an entry. We've got the 80k prize pool up for grabs as well. So Sean is one of the ones that bagged one of the 5090 PCs. There's $2.5 cash alternatives for them. How we doing, Darley? You good? Absolutely tons of instant wins to find, from the 5090 PCs to consoles, GPUs, TVs that you can find and win instantly. But the main prize is split 4 ways. You've got £5 as first place, £3 cash is second place, £1,500 cash is third place, and then £500 is the fourth place prize. So essentially creating 4 winners on the live draw when that's due to end, and then loads of other comps. As I say, have a scroll through, get a feel for the site, and again, guaranteed draws as well. Super fast. It's like this. Yeah. Ooh. Ah. So what I'm going to do, chat, is we're going to get on to what I like to call the final breakdown. Is it play? Yes, it is. I'm just like guaranteed now, with me having to walk off stream to go and settle Carter down, that it's not set up, but it is. Warming up. This is the final breakdown, chat. And here comes Screaming Darla. So this is the part of the stream that I like to call the final breakdown, because it's basically the last time that I run through what comps are ending today. So this is it's the final breakdown. So final breakdown is everything that you see under quest ending is closing tonight at 6 p.m. with or without you. So guaranteed draws, remember that. Guaranteed draws, chat. And a guaranteed winner for each draw, but it might not be you. But as long as you've got a ticket, you've got a chance, and you could win these prizes this evening. So you've got the RTX 5080 gaming PC as the main prize for this. Also still chance to win 5070 gaming PCs and some cash as well. We got the Galaxy S25 Ultra £1,200 cash alternative, £1 an entry, under 50% sold, so really good odds. We got the Lego Too Fast Too Furious Nissan Skyline, 20 pence to enter, doing quite good, but again, comps will close now in what, 40 minutes. We got the MetaQuest 3 512 gig version of the MetaQuest 3, which also comes with the Elite Strap and battery. So for extended play, 25 pence an entry, and also still 7 chances at bagging a 3S instantly as well on that comp. The Carrera Subway 1 hybrid bike up for grabs, 50 pence an entry. Again, really good odds on these. We got the Evra Monaco Rattan 6-piece furniture set, 75 pence an entry. And if you don't want the furniture set, it's 285 quid cash. The Displate bundle is up for grabs at 25 pence an entry. And then we got the Cricut Explore 4 Essentials bundle as well, 35 pence an entry. And those comps will close, like I said, with or without you at 6 p.m. So that's it. What I am going to do, chat, is as always, give you a chance to win some store credit. All you need to do is drop a number in for me between 1 and 75. I'm going to spin the wheel 5 times to see if we can find a winner. Now, that's 1 number per person. I don't want you swapping and changing that number. And I'll give you... What can we play? A bit of GoldenEye. If we land on a winner and you share your number with someone else, I will split that store credit between you. Yeah, it does. Again, Death Stranding was good to start, but it just felt quite overwhelming, actually, because there's so much stuff that you've got to do. And if you want to, like, get to certain places, you obviously need to help the community build the bridges and stuff like that and invest time there. And, like, even though it was technically, it was a walk-in sim, and I quite found how clever it was that you had to, like, spray your packages and stuff like that when you were going over to obviously help against the acid rain, and you had to wear certain stuff, and it was all quite clever, but it was quite, yeah, if you haven't got the time to sit there and play it at the same time, it was a little bit overwhelming. Scream and Goat is the same noise Ray makes when someone calls Comp City a scam. Yeah. I think we all do it. So I think that the issue is, and what people may not realize from the outside looking in, when they tie with the same brush of other sites or whatever, is that we're a friends and family run company. We started this from the ground up. We invested a lot of time and money to get things to where they were. Like in the first 2 years, wasn't a struggle, but it was much harder than there is now. And obviously you're building your name then, and you're building that level of trust. So when someone comes along and just does a knee-jerk reaction comment, it's hard not to get protective over something that you've built up over a number of years, over creating a community that has been absolutely incredible. And again, we always like to extend a thank you to our community, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't be here without you. And you've probably heard this time and time again from us, but it's a genuine remark, because we wouldn't be here without you. You know, customers are important, community is important. And it's mad, you can show somebody that, you know, there's a community behind you, that draws are guaranteed, there's live draws, there's delivery videos, you can show them all of that and they will still swear to you that the grass is blue, even though you can show evidence that it is green. It's crazy. But, and obviously sometimes they're just trolls, sometimes it's fake accounts just trolling your adverts, but it is what it is. But because we're a small friends and family run business, we do take great care of what we do in terms of our customer service, obviously keeping that level of trust with you guys. And then when somebody just leaves, I'm going to say it, shitty comments like that, it's hard not to not take it personal, but it's almost like Ray describes it as sometimes in terms of Comp City, like when you've built something like that, it's kind of your metaphorical baby, your child. Whereas if somebody started saying shit about your child in public, you're gonna be defensive over your child. You're gonna be the same for a company that you built from the ground up. And it's, you know, and I think, yeah, sometimes we can come across like quite passionate, and some people might consider that a little bit rude. But then put the shoe on the other foot. If it was your business and I just didn't do any research, we didn't look into the company, we didn't check out any live draws, and I went scam, you're instantly going to get on the defensive, because you care about what you do. And then obviously that's why sometimes we ask our community for help. And if, I will say this, chat, while I'm live, if we ever ask for you to comment on an advert to sort of help us prove, you know, that we are genuine, never be rude to said person, because sometimes it is a misunderstanding, sometimes they've misread something. So always, if we ask for help, be polite in your response. You can be assertive by all means, but obviously we don't want you swearing at people, we don't want you being abusive or sending them shitty messages. We just want that you've misunderstood something, I've won such and such and whatever, depending on the scenario. But just to keep that clear, if Ray or myself ever post something on socials or in Discord, just make sure that you're replying in a polite way, basically. So let's go, let's spin the wheel. We got Archblade with 53. I've seen one of Ray's babies. Looks like a graphics card. Yeah, he's got a knack for birthing graphics cards. 51. I don't have Control F on the pre-live, but I do have it on the live draw. 51. Anybody in chat? Oh, Courtney had 52. Anybody in chat with 51? I don't think so. I'm just scanning from Rusty with 26. Down to, yeah, 91 was a bit high there, Josie. Between 1 and 75. Boom. Right, let's go again. We have 4 more spins. 28. Chris, you can still drop a number in unless someone's got 28, and I don't think they do. I'm just scanning through now. Got a couple of 29s. There's no 28, so Chris, I'll let you drop a number in. I'll let you drop a number in. Chris is saying 37. Let's go again. 45. 45. I don't think I've seen anyone in chat with 45. I've seen 75 in there. Oh, Kieran with 46. Close, but no cigar. Okay, nope. No 37s allowed. Of course there is, Mikey boy. You just have to share it. 24. Was there a 24? chat. Oh, we got 25. Ooh, 23, the Phyllis. Alright, we go again. This is the last spin, chat. Last spin. Number 20. I just threw your comment back at FM. Yeah, it's just sometimes if we're not getting through to anybody, you know, it's just we'll just block them. It's easier. But sometimes we have educated people and they become a customer. Then I think that's the thing. You do have to. And on adverts, it's important, I think, to reply in a human manner because then people can make an informed decision on those scenarios as well. Then, gosh, I just realised how bright I am. I think the sun's obviously gone nuts outside. Let's stop blinding you a little bit, chat. There we go. I'll turn my key light down. Do-do-do. A TV advert? No, very unlikely. TV adverts probably wouldn't get much traction, to be honest. And they're silly expensive for the return that you might get, if you get any. Let's say we just like our... Do you know what? It's been a while. I'm going to do one bonus spin, chat. I'm going to do one bonus spin. 54. Did anyone? Arch Flavor 53. Scrolling. What? 53 again. Who was that with? Sean? Nope. No cigar this time round. No cigar. We did try. I see why I spent my time. Shut up, Brian. I got stamps as well. See a lot of your web ads. I wonder if they're worth doing. So, in terms of like our internet, so in terms of Facebook and stuff, yeah, 100% worth doing for us, because obviously that helps people see who we are. So adverts are important, but it's finding that balance of obviously the marketing, because you'll be extremely surprised, I think, well, maybe you wouldn't be, but how expensive it is to advertise on Facebook. Never mind other avenues like TV, radio, and stuff like that. You know, texts and emails aren't cheap, and neither is advertising on Facebook. But as I say, you have to speculate to accumulate, as they say, and a huge thing for us as well is word of mouth. So it's another reason that we always like to thank our community, because we know you guys talk about your wins and get your friends and family involved mostly. So that's a huge thing for us as well. And funny enough, we were Ray was saying the other day we had basically renew insurance for our office, and one of them knows somebody who's won as well with us, which was funny, because they're insuring obviously for our liability and insurance for the stock and stuff. So that was funny when Ray was telling me that. It's just mad that people are starting to know people who have won at Com City, which is great. Oh no, there's varying levels, Sean. So you get advertisements that will be shown to customers of us already, obviously, and they'll be aimed at people who may know us, etc., etc. But then there are advertisements that run that also cover, you know, new customers and stuff like that as well. So it's a difference between stuff. And if you're interested in anything like us, or you play on other sites, you'll naturally see our adverts and stuff as well then. Is she? Danielle, congratulations in advance if you win anything. My neighbours into win tonight. I like that, the neighbours into win as well. Look at this, I got a switch too from them. You could win too. So chat, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a winner for some store credit. Myself and Gav will be live from 7. And we'll be finding the winners for all of the comps that you see under the quest ending. They close at 6 p.m, so you have less than half hour to get involved in any of these competitions. Still chances to win 5070 gaming PCs. Still chances to win MetaQuest 3Ss instantly. And then obviously you've got your main prizes to play for as well. And it's from 20 pence to enter. So get your entries in. If you've got a ticket, you've got a chance. And we'll see you from 7 p.m. Peace out. A-Town. Love ya. Wow, look at the sun's gone down now. And well, probably gone behind a cloud now in South Wales. And then I'm like, ooh, there we go. There's a bit of light here. There's a bit of light. Let's turn that down a bit. So yeah, catch you from 7 p.m. As I say, and we shall make some winners.